Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins brain trust now look like geniuses. Because of Brian Flores, they were on the precipice of making a deal for the devil. Can you imagine the Dolphins bringing Deshaun Watson to Miami? If he was causing this kind of havoc in Houston, can you even fathom what his conduct would potentially have been on South Beach? For whatever reason, call it divine intervention, the Miami Dolphins chose good over evil. The ongoing debate about Tua Tagovailoa is centered around questioning his arm strength, his throwing velocity, his ability to read defenses, and of course his health. But there's no question about his integrity. None whatsoever. Tua is a God-fearing man. When he was drafted, he changed his number to number 1. You know why? Because he now plays for an audience of 1. He once said in an interview that your foundation is what you're always going to revert back to. For me, my foundation is my faith and my family. My faith is what keeps me motivated when I can't even stay motivated myself. There are no allegations about Tua doing anything close to the deviant activities that Deshaun Watson seems to be addicted to. Listen to Tua right here as he talks about his faith.
Well, good morning, church. Good morning, everybody. For me, I'd say my testimony is from most definitely football. The Rhapsody has impacted me, especially in praying, through times of hardship. And I think I was more focused on praying than anything else in the game, and I think that's what helped me. It's only by the will and by the grace of God that all of these things have happened. And I think for me, I think God just needed to use somebody at such a big platform. And, I thank God that I was chosen for that opportunity, and not too many people get that chance, to be on such a big stage like that. And I was just blessed with the opportunity to have shared and imparted into the lives of the multitude, and Pastor Mom always used to share with us, when there's one, there's a force. So when you touch one person's life, you don't know the amount of people that they know, and you don't know the amount of people that the people that have been touched know. And so that's what the Word has done in my life. As a born-again Christian, it's the only way you're able to overcome things.
Did listening to that make you uncomfortable? Some will defend Deshaun Watson to the end, but the mere mention of Tua causes people to have an immediate visceral reaction. Don't you find that to be a bit odd? How can you possibly be upset by a man like Tua confessing his faith, but yet you defend and cheer someone like Deshaun Watson with his proclivities? I'm a football fan, but in no instance am I willing to trade wins on the field for disgusting, harmful activities off of the field. Tua is a Christian. Deshaun Watson, despite his amazing physical skills, isn't a good person. How anyone would be willing to look the other way on all of this absolutely blows my mind. What has happened in a society when a strong, God-fearing man is hated, but a serial abuser, allegedly, is cheered and defended? Is a winning season worth that much to you? Before you answer that question, there's more, even darker information coming out about Deshaun Watson. There are now 24 lawsuits against Deshaun Watson because of his almost fetish-like misconduct during massages. Now we're hearing that there may be as many as 100 more women lurking in the background who may come forward. As the NFL season is rapidly approaching, this isn't just going to go away. Much to the contrary, it seems to be picking up steam.
I really believe the NFL is doing everything it can to make sure that it has essentially talked to each person and individual it can, so that if and when it makes a decision about any potential discipline and any recommendation for discipline for Deshaun Watson, that there are no surprises at that point in time. The NFL doesn't want to hear about any other incidents post facto. So it is trying to do everything within its power right now to glean as much information as it can to make the most educated decision about whether discipline, how much discipline is warranted in this particular case. It's going through the process. It's continuing to go through the process. It's essentially not rushing through the process, and it may not be that we have a decision until later this summer.
Deshaun Watson isn't being helped at all by his own defense team, who publicly said that Deshaun, in his quest for the happy ending, wasn't doing anything illegal.
Occasionally there was a happy end. If it has happened, it's not a crime.
While Deshaun Watson was actually cleared of the criminal charges, his pending conviction is now in the hands of the jury of the NFL, the Cleveland Browns, the Houston Texans, and oh yeah, the fans. How can the NFL, which is trying to entice more and more women to watch the games, be silent while an alleged serial abuser is allowed to play and rake in $230 million? What kind of message does that send? Even though the NFL has placed themselves in the midst of social justice on just about every issue, this should be an easy call to make. Even Stephen A himself can see this one should be a no-brainer.
Something simple and plain. Make a damn decision. That's what the NFL should do. Now, you have a situation that's going on right now. Let's make sure we understand this. The belief is, as Mad Dog Russo pointed out last week, where's there's smoke, there's fire. The strong belief is that Damager did something. He's been accused by 24 different women 100 times. So he has a proclivity.
Over 100.
Over 100 times. Has a proclivity to go to masseuse and to get a massage with other things, okay? And on his side, they're lying. There's no truth to this whatsoever. Read the reports and you'll see the details about how ridiculous this is. That's what his side says. We don't know. We know that they're accusing him. We know that he's denying it. Here's what we do know. We do know that if you're the National Football League, you haven't needed criminal charges to make a decision before. You haven't even needed civil charges to make a decision before. The mere fact that this stuff is in the news is enough for the National Football League to make a decision as to whether or not they want Deshaun Watson playing this year.
Deshaun Watson should be suspended immediately. In fact, he should be gone for quite some time. The NFL doesn't have to wait around for a conviction to make that happen. The integrity of the game, which has already been stained, is at tremendous risk. There's not a brand in existence that wants to be associated with the serial abuse of women. We're also learning that the disgusting allegations he's facing may even be more disturbing than first thought. There are now allegations that the Houston Texans actually enabled Deshaun Watson by providing places for Watson to carry out his search for the happy ending grail. The details of what happened with the alleged victim of this latest lawsuit are quite, well, I can't even say it on YouTube. It's that bad. If you want to read it, the sick details, go ahead and click the link in the description. But suffice it to say, the guy's sick. Put it this way. Most of you watching are probably adults, and the acts described might not seem all that bad to some people. But that pertains to you and a willing partner. These allegations aren't that at all. These weren't willing partners, and as such, the NFL should come down hard on Deshaun Watson. We're now hearing that this misconduct stretches back as far as 2019. Wait until the investigation hits the Clemson campus. What will be revealed from those inquiries? All of this puts the focus on one singular question, that being, what exactly constitutes consent? This is also going to force the NFL and its teams and owners to redefine integrity. Seeing all of this play out underscores that Brian Flores was wrong and should have never lobbied for Deshaun Watson. Watson being brought to Miami would have been a horrific mistake. Flores should have realized he had a quarterback with character and integrity, and he should have worked diligently to develop Tua. But thankfully, Flores is out of here now, and Deshaun Watson is Cleveland's problem. So let me know what you think and how you feel about this. Did Miami dodge a bullet by not trading or signing Deshaun Watson? I think so. And if you'd like to see more videos on the Miami Dolphins and Tua, go ahead and click here and click on one of these videos. Talk to you soon and leave a comment. Let me know what you think.